Live from KTV in Reno, you're watching 2 News at 4:30.
And they didn't have any food, they didn't have any blankets, and so especially when there's accidents and stuff like that, it's important to be prepared.
Yeah, if you're planning on driving in the snow anytime soon, officials have a reminder about being prepared for the conditions. That tops 2 News at 4:30. And you might feel like, this isn't my first winter, right? Especially live in northern Nevada for a while, but there are some safety issues that you might not think about. So REMSA is chiming in with some tips. I'm Ariana Bennett.
And I'm Kristen Remington. Thanks for keeping it here with us. Some good reminders can always be helpful. Jamie Hayes spoke with them to learn more about how to remain safe in the winter months.
When we get snow and ice, we're more likely to have crashes in our area, which sometimes can shut down roads for a long period of time.
We saw people that were kind of stranded because of an accident. You get a pile up, paramedics have to get in there, they got to remove that patient. So sometimes you could be there for at least a half an hour.
REMSA recommends that you have an emergency kit in your vehicle, have water and food, such as protein bars and other snacks, as well as flares to prepare yourself for if you ever are stuck. And make sure you dress for the weather.
People that are outside in the inclement weather. And so, monitor your exposure, make sure that you're covering your head. Children especially, they lose heat through their head.
But be careful when it comes to younger children.
Bundle these kids up to go outside, but if they're in a car seat, they definitely can't have that jacket on.
Experts say that in a crash, their jackets can compress and there's space between the kids and the harness, which means they could potentially come out of their car seat. And on Saturday is the Santa Crawl, where thousands of people dressed up as Santa and elves will fill the streets of Reno for a night. REMSA says this is one of their busiest pub crawls of the year for them.
And a lot of those calls in which we see slips, trips, falls, sometimes batteries. There's some Santas that aren't as jolly.
They want to remind people to always have a designated driver, be aware of your surroundings, and dress warm.
Hypothermia speeds up when you drink alcohol. It vasodilates, puts the blood vessels closer to your skin. So if you're not wearing a jacket, that kind of expedites that process.
Covering the story, Jamie Hayes, 2 News.
And as it gets darker and darker in the winter months earlier in the day, REMSA also wants to remind drivers to be extra cautious and on the lookout for pedestrians at night.
Yeah, right. So let's